Good evening, wrestling fans. Gordon Sullivan with you, and welcome to the Lakeland Center Championship Wrestling from Florida. Joining me, Buddy Colt, in the broadcast booth. And tonight, we bring you the big spectacular for the summer kickoff. This is Heatwave. All right, wrestling fans, we welcome you back here live from the Lakeland Civic Center. Heatwave, and it is going to be just that. It's going to be heating up right here in Florida.
I'll tell you right now, Gordon, it is absolutely going to be one of the most incredible nights of wrestling that I've seen in many years, because tonight we've got it all on the line, including the Florida Heavyweight title.
Well, yes, we do, but we've also got the Florida Tag Team Championship to be decided here. The Tampa Boys, Steve Kern, Mike Graham, are going to be going up against Oliver Humperdink's men, Kendo Nagasaki, and, of course, the Great Muta for those tag team titles.
As well as that, we've got the Bahams Championship. Tyree Pride, the former champion, is going to be going one-on-one against the man who took it from him, Bruiser Brody.
And that is a match that I am looking forward to. I believe Tyree Pride is more than ready to try to regain that title. Here is our opening contest, introducing a young man named Tyler Black. We don't know much about him. Travis Black, I beg your pardon. Travis Black.
Well, Travis Black, young man, coming along the ropes here, and he's going to try his luck tonight. Here in his opening contest, he's going to definitely know just how good he is in just a few moments, though, because he's going up another young man, but he's had a little bit more experience, definitely a little bit more time in the spotlight. And I've got a funny feeling that Sam Houston might just give Mr. Travis Black a bit of an in-ring lesson, so to speak.
All right, well, indeed, Sam Houston has come quite a long way in the past 9.5 months. And fans, big announcement, if you haven't already heard, here on the Nation Network, we're going to be going live later on today, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be carrying the WWE2K18 press conference live on the Nation Network. We will be on Twitch for that one. You'll have to join us there, but we will have live broadcast for that. Vince McSham himself will be a part of the action, so join us for live chat as the press conference goes, and we will find out about the 2K19 season early on. And Sam Houston resorting to some tactics that we're not really used to seeing him do.
Well, certainly not out the gate. Sam Houston a little bit more, shall we say, scientific, generally speaking, a little bit more sportsman-like. I don't know, maybe something happened backstage for all I know, but to see Sam Houston come out that aggressive, very unusual.
And Sam Houston launching from that middle rope down with the elbow. And Travis Black now on the receiving end of the majority of the punishment here as Sam Houston drops him across that top rope, throat first.
Well, Houston right there hesitated for just a moment. And that's going to cost him.
Travis Black now trying a camel clutch, but he was not able to hang on to it. And Sam Houston out the back door rather easily. Of course, fans, the Great American Bash just weeks away now. Starting the 4th of July, we will have unprecedented coverage right here on the Nation Network.
That's right, the World Heavyweight Champion, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, will be defending that title some 24 times in 30 days. It's going to be an amazing accomplishment if he's able to do it.
Well, not only that, but ladies and gentlemen, the Nature Boy Ric Flair is here tonight in the building and will be talking to us. Sam Houston now repeatedly driving the knee into the chest of Travis Black. Mr. Black right now is starting to figure things aren't quite as simple as he may have thought they were going to be. Oh, brother just ran him headfirst into the turnbuckle, and he's down. Sam Houston with that elbow, and it finds the mark. Big Texas clothesline by Houston, and that may be all she wrote. He hooks the leg. He gets two, and he no.
Well, very close one right there. And Sam Houston, look at him. He can't believe it either. Houston thought he had it. I thought he had it.
Well, I believe Sam Houston may be taking a little bit too much time to follow up. He's got him in trouble. He needs to finish what he started here into the turnbuckle once again. And now Travis Black stunned in the middle of the ring. There's a bulldog.
Oh, and he split him head wide open. He is bleeding. Travis Black's done. I don't think he's going to get up from this.
It is over. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Houston.
Well, you're right. We saw a different style of Sam Houston here tonight. Much more aggressive.
Well, let's see. Yeah, we've got some sportsmanship right here afterwards. All right, fans, stay with us. We've got plenty more action still to come here as a part of the Heatwave. All right, it is time for the first of 3 championship title matches to be decided here. Former Bahamas champion and very, very popular Tyree Pride making his way down towards the ring.
Well, you know what? We've seen Tyree Pride with a lot more of the theatrics, and tonight it looks like he's cutting it down just to the basics. He's really focusing on his opponent tonight, Bruiser Brody.
Well, I would suggest that would probably be the best strategy for him going forward, because Bruiser Brody is going to require all of his attention and focus, no doubt about it. And here he comes right now. He is the NWA recognized Bahamas champion, Bruiser Brody, and he is accompanied by Sir Oliver Humperdink.
Well, when you talk about somebody who doesn't have both oars in the water, so to speak, you're probably talking about Bruiser Brody.
Well, he's definitely a couple of French fries short of a Happy Meal, as they like to say. And if you're in the front row, you better be real careful, because Bruiser Brody's not one to take kindly if he doesn't feel respected. And I'm not sure how many of these fans ringside are respecting him right now. as we take a look at the championship title for which these two men will be competing here tonight. All right, bell's about to ring, and there it is, and we're under. Look at Bruiser Brody, wasting no time whatsoever going after Tyree Pride. The Haitian sensation is being rocked right now by Bruiser Brody.
And I'll tell you one thing right now, I can look outside and I can see Oliver Humperdink very happy with the way this is going.
Oh, he caught him with a big heart punch. This match may be over. Bruiser Brody may put this match away right now. Going all the way up to the top rope, and if he does what I think he's going to do, and there it is.
Wow, I'll tell you what, making short work of Tyree Pride here is Bruiser Brody. This one's over.
And he is the Bahamas champion, Bruiser Brody.
Well, I would tell you, let's look at the highlights. We might as well watch the whole match. It didn't last very long.
Look at the elevation and the aerial. He comes down from way up in the air with 300 pounds of knee right into the chest of Tyree Pride. And while I know Tyree Pride will not be happy with those results, he did the best he could, but how many people can go toe-to-toe with that man?
Well, not too many that I know of, and Bruiser Brody just proved why he is one of the most lethal forces in wrestling today.
Once again, still your Bahamas champion, Bruiser Brody. We still have plenty more action left to bring you fans here as part of Heatwave. We're live from Lakeland Center in Florida. Stay with us. All right, wrestling fans, and we bring you to our next matchup right now. And when you want to talk about personal, Ron Bass coming down towards the ring. He represents the House of Humperdink. And we all saw what happened here recently. It's happened not once, but twice, where members of the House of Humperdink haven't lived up to Sir Oliver Humperdink's status and his beliefs. And they have been unjustifiably excommunicated, and that of course happened to the one-man gang, and more recently happened to superstar Billy Graham.
Well, not only that, but this right here is the man who does the evictions. In both cases, Ron Bass absolutely opened up. Now with the one-man gang, he caught him in the locker room and absolutely just discarded him and his belongings and just beat him into a senseless mess. But he came back, and he came back with a hell of a fighting effort.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down towards the ring, superstar Billy Graham. Again, he is the man that was basically shunned by Sir Oliver Humperdink.
Well, again, he had Cowboy Bob, or I beg your pardon, Outlaw Ron Bass. He did doing his dirty work for him right there. And tonight is the payback time. I tell you, superstar Billy Graham, I've talked to him, and he is very much looking forward to this opportunity here for payback.
All right, and payback is coming, and look at this superstar Billy Graham wasting no time at all.
You knew it was going to be bad. Superstar Billy Graham is not the kind of person that you do that kind of stuff to. And look at this nice suplex right there by Billy Graham. It goes right for the cover, almost pulled it off. And now it's Ron Bass on the receiving end of a series of big punches and forearms by superstar Billy Graham.
And Graham follows him into the turnbuckle, catches him with a clothesline. Superstar Billy Graham, and he is absolutely ready to go. Noticeable by his absence here tonight for this match is Sir Oliver Humperdink.
I don't think Oliver Humperdink wants to be anywhere near superstar Billy Graham right now, because he knows if the opportunity were to provide itself, that Billy Graham would turn his attention fully to Sir Oliver Humperdink.
He just done Ron Bass, and now the chops and the hits and the kicks all doing their job right now on Ron Bass. Oh, he just ran right into that big Western boot. Did the superstar, and now Ron Bass taking over.
Well, we expected this was going to go back and forth, and now we're seeing it, because Ron Bass having the opportunity to deliver some punishment of his own, and he's been on the receiving end, but now he gets a chance to put some back on superstar Billy Graham. These are two guys who are going to absolutely exchange blows all night long.
This one is physical early on. There is no worry about wrestling here. There are no headlocks. There's no wrist locks. It is all about brutality, I can assure you of that.
Well, this is about as personal as it gets, too. Billy Graham was asked to come in and join the House of Humperdink. He did. He did his best. He had a couple of bad breaks, but they were usually team matches, so you know what? Your team is just as responsible as you are. It doesn't fall on one guy, but Humperdink doesn't look at it that way.
And now Billy Graham dropping Cowboy. We're making Outlaw Ron Bass on the back of his head. And again, following him into the corner with a big clothesline, and down he goes. And now Ron Bass with a big arm drag, taking superstar Billy Graham out across the ring. And Graham fighting back. There's that big chop.
Superstar Billy Graham indeed delivering the big chop, and now he drops the elbow.
He's got two, and Ron Bass coming out the back door, just barely able to get there. Graham setting him up. And there it is. There's the claw hold, and it is on him.
He's got a lot of problems right now to superstar Billy Graham. He better figure a way out of this thing while he still has the opportunity.
Graham literally powering out of the claw hold, and that is not something you'll see very often. Cowboy Ron Bass driving him into the turnbuckle, and then power slams him in the middle of the ring. Now goes for the cover. He gets one, he gets two, and almost got three.
Oh, very close right there. Now both of these guys just letting it all hang out.
And now Superstar Billy Graham heading outside the ring, and this is an area that both men are very familiar with. Graham setting him into the steps here ringside. And now Billy Graham's got him up in the air. What's he gonna do? Oh, he just powerbombed him onto the steel barricade.
He could have done serious damage to the mid-thorax. The spine's really going to take a heck of a hit with a move like that, and I don't know. Ron Bass may have a lot of trouble getting back from that one.
And now Superstar Billy Graham again outside the ring, biding his time. Oh, wow. He's calling him out, and let's see what happens here. And Ron Bass. Graham winds him up. There's a clothesline. Both of these men right now. Superstar Billy Graham sends him flying out to the crowd. Ron Bass is now ringside as he has to work his way back in.
Oh, I'll tell you, this match is taking place inside and outside the ring, and now even around the arena itself, because you cannot contain the anger and the animosity these two men have for one another inside of a 20 by 20 square.
Billy Graham now on the apron, and Ron Bass staring him down. He just drove a shoulder into Billy Graham's ribs, and now Graham out on the floor. Big elbow drop now by the Outlaw, finding its mark. Billy Graham in trouble.
Well, once again, the tempo seems to maybe have turned right here. Billy Graham getting some opportunity here. And a big clothesline, down he goes. Graham's got to keep this up, though. You know, he knows about what it takes to win these kind of matches as a former world champion.
He's got him down. He's got two, and look at this. Ron Bass able to barely kick out the back door. Irish whip sends him into the ropes. Oh, there it is. He caught him with a karate chop right to the throat. I don't know if Bass is going to get up from this one. He's done.
Well, there you have it. Superstar Billy Graham with a big victory right here at Heatwave.
Well, I'll tell you what, Billy Graham did what he had to do here. As we take a look back at some of the moments from this one. The big elbow right there nearly finished him off, and I don't know if we're going to get a chance to look at. No, we were not, but he sent him off to the ropes, and then he came back out at him with that karate chop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's he doing? Billy Graham has got the steel chair. Oh, my goodness. And he is going to work on Ron Bass. Referee calling for help. I don't know if you're going to get it.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, Billy Graham has got a lot on his mind, and here's a pile driver on the steel chair.
On the concrete floor, he did it to him. And now he's going to do again. What's he got? Another one. There it is. Unbelievable. Superstar Billy Graham victorious right here as part of Heatwave. We have not heard the last of this, I don't think. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, wrestling fans. More championship wrestling from Florida here in the Lakeland Civic Center, and this is the Heatwave. And it is time for the Florida Tag Team Championship match. The challengers making their way to the ring this time. They are the Tampa Boys, and they have shot to the top of the rankings right here in the Sunshine State. Mike Graham, Steve Kern.
Yeah, they definitely have, and both of these guys have been tremendous representatives of what championship wrestling from Florida is all about. They both had some adversities to deal with throughout the last several months. Of course, Mike Graham, what he went through with Kevin Sullivan and that Temple of Five. And then there's Steve Kern and what he's gone with Stan Lane and to break up the fence. The Fabulous Ones have had, and they've got their work cut out from tonight, no doubt about it, though. They have a huge opportunity here to make a lot of wrongs right.
Absolutely, and they can do that right here tonight because the titles will be on the line. They've earned this opportunity. Kendo Nagasaki in the rear, and it is the Great Muta up front. And of course, Sir Oliver Humperdink with his team coming to the ring, and thus far his team's 1-1. With the loss by Ron Bass to Superstar Billy Graham moments ago.
Yeah, well, that may be true, but at the same point in time, he's undefeated in the matches that he's been ringside for, and right now he's going to be there, looks like, for this one. And you wonder if that isn't enough to put it over the top for him.
Well, we will find out, won't we? There's something about Oliver Humperdink. He really likes to surround himself with some of the most unpredictable and borderline unscrupulous wrestlers anywhere in the world, and that seems to work for him.
Well, it does, but then when you have all these falling outs that have been happening to him, you wonder why. But who am I going to be to tell him how to do his business? Let him do what he does, and when it backfires on him, I'll just sit back and laugh.
As we take a look at the Florida Tag Team Championship title, that is what these two teams are competing for right here tonight. As we take a look at the tag team challengers, the Tampa Boys, Steve Kern on your left, Mike Graham on the right. Of course, Kern formerly one half of the United States Tag Team Championship with his former tag team partner, Stan Lane. And here are the now long-time reigning Florida Tag Team Champions. They were with the Temple of Five when they got those titles. They have now gone to they have now gone to Sir Oliver Humperdink.
Well, the House of Humperdink has always been built on a foundation that's questionable in my opinion. But at the same time, he's managed to get some results that I guess you may question the methods and means, but then when you look at the results, sometimes you have to just give the devil his due.
All right, bell sounds and action underway right now, and here we go as Mike Graham and Muta meet up in the middle of the ring, and Muta quickly taking Mike Graham to task.
Yeah, indeed he does. Mike Graham just got backed up, and oh my goodness, what a move right there.
Well, the crowd not real happy about things, but I think Oliver Humperdink is. And now Muta going all the way up to the top rope. This could be quick if he does what I think he's going to do. Will it be the moonsault?
No, it isn't. Instead, it's a big cross-body splash, but that's still going to be a very effective move. Mike Graham has just taken it.
Mike Graham has been on the receiving end since the opening bell, and he better figure a way out of this. He needs to make that tag desperately, and instead he goes after Muta Well, nails him with a neck breaker. Nicely done. Mike Graham is going to make it over to the corner, and a smart move right there to make the tag.
Well, you definitely want to keep your French man in the ring as much as possible. That's what's going to be the determining factor, I think, in a match like this. We've seen Steve Keirn and Mike Graham already, and they work well as a team.
Oh, Brother Muta with that overhand shot. And there is that hurricane runner. Hits the ropes, and now Muta down with the double elbow right to the chest. And Steve Keirn not very much better than Mike Graham. Muta really going to work on both of these men. He's yet to tag in his tag team partner. And now Steve Keirn fighting his way out of a bad situation.
Yeah, that was the smartest move he could have done. One-man flapjack right there, planting Muta face first into the mat. But I'll tell you right now, he was in that corner with Kendo Nagasaki and Oliver Humperdink, and a lot of bad things will happen if you don't get out of that situation quickly, which he did.
And now Mike Graham all the way from the top rope. Cross body press, and nicely done. And that's the tag team wrestling that we mentioned earlier. Perhaps the momentum swinging in this one. Mike Graham now getting ready to go up, but watch out from behind. He drives the knee down into the chest of Muta.
That's very similar to what we saw Bruiser Brody use earlier tonight, and he got a victory with it.
Mike Graham tried going to the eyes of Muta. Nice suplex right there by the great Muta. Will it be enough? No, he did not hook the leg. Mike Graham out the back door. And now Muta pulling him away from the ropes. What's he got in mind? Tag is made, and here comes Kendo Nagasaki.
Well, here's our first chance to take a look at Kendo Nagasaki, and first thing he does is go back into the corner and kind of catch his breath as if he'd done anything.
He drives him into that turnbuckle, shoulder and neck first. Mike Graham going to feel the effects of that one, I don't doubt it. Going for the suplex, and Graham gets out of that one, and now he's got him pump handle, gut buster down across the knee.
Oh, Mike Graham really starting to pay back on there right now. He's going to work on Kendo Nagasaki. He's working over the back a lot, and that's a smart move.
And once again, tag is made, and keeping the fresh man in the ring, which is exactly what you want to be doing. Wow, tremendous clothesline right there by Kendo Nagasaki on Steve Keirn. Keirn and Graham, natives of Tampa, Florida, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Lakeland, where we are here tonight. Oh my goodness, that double stomp right to the midsection from the top rope, and that could be it. Dragon sleeper, and he's got it on him.
Oh, this is a really, really tough move to get out of. But he manages to do it nicely, and he did it quickly, and that's very important.
I'll say, because then you don't absorb the same amount of punishment. Double team right now by the Florida Tag Team Champions, and now Muta and Nagasaki. Tag is made. Here comes Mike Graham into the ring. Big elbow right to the head. And another one. Down goes Muta. And make it 3.
Well, Mike Graham just hit the ring like a house of fire, man. He is just going to town on Muta.
And now this time Muta blocks the attack of Graham. Graham blocks the attack by Muta. Back and forth this one goes. Tag team titles on the line. Just how far will these two teams go to secure those belts? Graham goes for the cover. Looks like he only gets 1 count as Muta able to kick out. And now Mike Graham going to the eyes. And now Muta returning the favor with a shot to the midsection. Now has him up. Sit out powerbomb version of a suplex.
Well, they went for the cover again, but Muta's not hooking the leg, and I'm very surprised, to be honest with you. I've seen the man wrestle many times. He's smart, but he's not wrestling smart right now.
Muta all the way up to the top rope, and could it be? Here it is.
He caught him with the moonsault, and that might be all she wrote. Save is made, otherwise this one was over.
Steve Keirn keeps this one alive. And I agree with you, Mr. Colt. This match, I believe, would have been over if not for the save being made. Nice fireman carry right there by Mike Graham, trying to reclaim the momentum of this one. An Irish whip sends Muta into the turnbuckle. Let's see what he's got in mind. Mike Graham's got the headlock, and this could be a big bulldog, and here it is. Mike Graham with a bulldog. Atomic knee drop, and that just rattled him. Muta's in trouble, and now look at Mike Graham choking him out.
Well, again, you have to remember Muta and Nagasaki were part of that Temple of Five. And all that was at stake there for Mike Graham cost him his marriage, long-time relationship there with the antics of Kevin Sullivan. So to get some retribution on these guys that in some small way may have been a part of it as well. He learned a lot while he was in there, and I think moments like this, he'll use what he learned.
Well, he better, because I can tell you right now, if you don't fight fire with fire in a match like this, you're going to be losing. As Muta just now getting back up to his feet. Kendo Nagasaki is in control, and Steve Keirn is in trouble. There it is. He's got it. That Asiatic nerve pinch that a lot of people, myself included, believe is a chokehold, but the NWA has decided it is legal.
I'll never understand that one. He's crushing the man's esophagus. Of course he's going to pass out.
Oh, wait a minute. There's the green mist. Kendo Nagasaki with that mist, and now he's got the claw applied. Back heel tripping, down goes Steve Keirn. And it's over just like that.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, give credit where credit is due. We don't have to like them.
Oh, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. Muta and Nagasaki doing a number right now on Steve Keirn. This is ridiculous. Somebody get some help out here. We need security.
Well, that was a travesty, no doubt about it. No need for that. You won the match. You got the titles. Why you want to do that for?
Fans, we'll be back with plenty more. Stay with us. All right, this next match, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be one for the records. The animosity between these two men runs deep. And tonight, it will be decided in a Texas death match. Anything goes, anywhere goes.
That's right. There can be no disqualifications in this one. There's simply going to be a winner and a loser. There's no count out, no disqualification.
Kevin Sullivan, he is the mastermind behind many of the problems that have befallen the Windham family.
Well, I'll tell you, Kevin Sullivan has proven time and time again that he's capable of getting inside the head of different people. We saw what he did with Mike Graham. And now we're seeing what he's done with Kendall Windham here. And now Blackjack Mulligan looking to take care of business in his own kind of way.
Well, Blackjack Mulligan taking care of business in his own way is going to be bad news if you're Kevin Sullivan. I'll tell you that right now. He's come dressed for a fight, not a wrestling match, I can assure you.
Absolutely 100%.
Blackjack Mulligan ready for whatever Kevin Sullivan may have in mind. There will be no love lost between these two men, I can assure you of that. As the bell sounds, action underway, and they meet right in the middle of the ring. No headlocks, no collar and elbow tie-up. It is straight to Side Slam City. And now it is the Prince of Darkness, Kevin Sullivan, going to work on the leg, and now the midsection of Blackjack Mulligan.
Well, Kevin Sullivan, give the devil his due. He can give as good as he gets, and that's one thing that Blackjack Mulligan knows.
Big overhand right. And now Kevin Sullivan with a belly-to-back suplex, and now Blackjack Mulligan out on the apron. Sullivan wants him back in the ring.
Well, there's no doubt he'll want him inside the ring, because outside the ring, I think, falls probably a little bit more into the wheelhouse of Blackjack Mulligan, although hard to say. But right now, Mulligan with a big head first bulldog into the concrete floor. Wow.
And now, Blackjack Mulligan indeed beginning a beatdown on Kevin Sullivan. Ran him into the steel ring post moments ago. Has him up, and a big power slam here on the concrete floor. And he follows up with the elbow right to the midsection. Sullivan now absorbing a lot of punishment.
Well, he is indeed, and now it appears Blackjack Mulligan may be focusing on the back of Kevin Sullivan. And that's a good move right there. If you take away the back, you take away the body. No two ways.
He's got it. What is he going to do here? Powerbomb. He's got him up in the air. And now he powerbombs him into the steel post.
I don't believe it. I'll tell you right now, this thing is brutal. The referee has to let it all go. It's a Texas death match. It's all legal.
Going into the eyes is Blackjack Mulligan, but now able to reverse that is Kevin Sullivan. This has been absolutely brutal. This match can only end when one man is unable to get up.
Oh, referee's giving the count right now. He's up to 8, and Blackjack Mulligan in trouble, but he manages. He just barely manages to get up.
And now Sullivan dropping him down across the apron. The least forgiving part of the ring.
Well, Kevin Sullivan right now has got things under control, and he wants to keep them that way. He knows if you give this guy an ounce, he's going to take a yard.
And again, referee continues his count as we wait to see if Blackjack Mulligan is able to get back to his feet after this one here on Heatwave.
Well, counts up to 7 now, and if he's going to get up, it better be quick, and it is.
Mulligan a little bit of cat and mouse right now with Kevin Sullivan. And Sullivan sending him out to the apron. And we'll bring him back in the hard way. Face first down into the turnbuckle. Blackjack Mulligan with a nice neck breaker. Shoulder block, and now Sullivan goes crashing to the floor.
Oh, Blackjack Mulligan did and send him out there. And it looked like he was going to go out and follow up, and then nothing happened. I'm not sure what that was all about.
Well, we know this one is going to be personal. We know this one is going to go to some pretty deep extremes. We've already seen some of that. And now the action spilling out to the floor. Kevin Sullivan got caught, and a spine buster on the concrete.
Well, as you take a look around the floor here at the Lakeland Center, there's no padding down. This is just plain concrete floor. There's absolutely no give in this whatsoever, and Kevin Sullivan just came down on it.
And the count gets up to 8, and then Sullivan able to beat it back in as he and Blackjack Mulligan decide to bring this back inside the ring. For how long, I don't know. We'll find out together. And now Kevin Sullivan just follows him into that turnbuckle. Going for the belly-to-belly perhaps, and now look at this. Blackjack Mulligan fighting his way out. Some big right hands finding their mark, but Sullivan out the back door.
Well, tremendous reversal right there by Kevin Sullivan. Belly-to-back suplex, and you can see the look on the face of Blackjack Mulligan. That one hurt.
Indeed it did. When you look at the way Kevin Sullivan is put together, he is very stout. A lot of lower body strength, and he uses that to his advantage. And now the count has reached 8. And Blackjack Mulligan tries to get up, but Sullivan kicking him right in the face.
Well, last man standing match. Everything goes in this kind of match.
Has Kevin Sullivan done enough to keep him down for the 10 count? I am not certain. He's made 8. And again, Blackjack Mulligan just barely beating the 10 count out. Kevin Sullivan has him up, and this is it. Pile driver.
Yeah, that one put him out. I think that's it. I just saw Blackjack Mulligan's eyes roll back, and I don't think he's going to be getting up from that one.
Well, it definitely looks like it's going to be over, and it appears that Kevin Sullivan will be getting his hand raised right here. But he's still got some fight left in him. Blackjack Mulligan is never say die attitude coming through to the top right now.
Well, the problem right now is every time Blackjack Mulligan moves to get up, Sullivan just pounces right on top of him. He doesn't give him an opportunity to. And right there again, the same exact thing. And now he finally gets back to his feet.
He does, but look at this. Kevin Sullivan taking him all the way out with a clothesline and out to the floor. Blackjack Mulligan may have hit his head on the way down. He was very close to the staircase.
Yeah, at this point, the referee may just want to stop the match. I don't know if it's a good idea.
He would definitely be justified if he did. And once again, somehow, Blackjack Mulligan gets back to his feet. Kevin Sullivan trying to keep the momentum going. And it's Blackjack Mulligan now with a pump handle slam. He couldn't hold it.
Yeah, the amount of punishment he's taken from Kevin Sullivan just showed right there. He couldn't even hold the move that he was putting on. And again, I'll say it, I think the referee needs to do the right thing.
And the count reaches 9, and Blackjack Mulligan again somehow is up. Into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Sullivan with that running knee, which finds its mark.
Oh, tremendous double backhand. Like chopping down a tree he was.
And again, Blackjack Mulligan able to get back to his feet. Kevin Sullivan right there to meet him.
How much more can this guy take?
Kevin Sullivan methodically hammering down on the head of Blackjack Mulligan now. It doesn't look good right now for Mulligan.
There's no point in getting up. All he's going to do is catch more of this. Kevin Sullivan, you've made your point, and there it is again.
And Sullivan's going to do another pile driver. Yes, there it is. Blackjack Mulligan needs to stay down. The referee needs to stop the match. One way or another, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree, Gordon. This is not fun right now, watching this happen to him. He came out here with the best of intentions, and yeah, he wanted to defend his family's honor, but this is maybe the last time we see Blackjack Mulligan.
And again, he won't stay down. Oh, what a shot right there by Sullivan. Just drove that tape fist into the head of Blackjack Mulligan. He's bloodied up. Wow, he's really becoming the blood streaming down the face of Mulligan, and his face quickly turning into a crimson mask.
Enough. Enough is enough. How far do we have to take this match? How far before it's over?
I give all the credit in the world to Blackjack Mulligan, the heart of a champion, as he continues to battle back to his feet. But he has nothing left to prove, and he has nothing left to offer this match. And another big shot to the head by Kevin Sullivan.
You see Sullivan right now. He looks irate. The fact that Blackjack Mulligan won't stay down is absolutely infuriating him.
And Kevin Sullivan driving that knee in, and look at the geyser. That blood really flowing now from the head of Blackjack Mulligan, and again, Mulligan trying to fight his way back into this match somehow.
Oh, Mulligan's got him up for a pile driver. There it is. He just did. Look at the face of Mulligan.
A blood-soaked Blackjack Mulligan looking down now at Kevin Sullivan. Did he do enough damage with that pile driver?
I don't know, but I can tell you right now, Kevin Sullivan definitely felt the effects of that one as he gets back to his feet, or at least he attempts to.
And suddenly the momentum has swung, and it's gone in the direction of Blackjack Mulligan. Let's see what he can do here. And he dropped him head first with that DDT. I still cannot get over the amount of blood being lost by Mulligan.
He's definitely going to have to see a doctor when this one's over. They're going to get stitched up.
And the count reaches 8. And 9, and Sullivan back to his feet almost. That double axe hammer to the back. Fans, I just simply cannot overstate the amount of blood being lost right now by Blackjack Mulligan. As Kevin Sullivan again trying to get back to his feet, but Blackjack Mulligan standing over him.
This is really hard to watch at this point. I'm not a Kevin Sullivan fan, but both of these guys have really taken this thing to a different level.
And now he's got him up in the air once again. And Kevin Sullivan head first planted into that turnbuckle. I am hard pressed to even be able to see the face of Blackjack Mulligan.
Yeah, I've got to tell you right now, I want to see something happen here real quickly because Mulligan needs medical attention, and I'm not even sure Sullivan doesn't as well.
Well, we think about the matches that Sullivan's had lately, and we think back to that Temple of Doom match and the severe damage he took to the head. And now another pile driver has left Blackjack Mulligan down.
This has got to be it.
This crowd trying to will him back to his feet. I don't know if they're doing him any favors. And finally, it's over. If we can get some medical attention for Blackjack Mulligan, please. We're going to need help from the back.
Well, we take a look back at some of the stuff here. One of the many pile drivers that Sullivan delivered.
Well, that knee right there really split that wound on the head of Mulligan wide open. And there was that last nail in the coffin, as they say. Here's your winner, the Prince of Darkness, Kevin Sullivan. What a loon. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, we are joined by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion himself, the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Oh, always a special event when you know the world champion's in the house. I took it on myself to make the trip here to Lakeland, Florida, because the state of Florida is one of the hotbeds of professional wrestling, and I am one who understands and appreciates that. Every time I come down to the state of Florida, I find some of the top talent. I look in that locker room, and I see guys like Kevin Sullivan. I see guys like Ron Bass. I see guys like Barry Windham, and I know that that's how I become the greatest champion of the world. Well, I'm here to remind everyone that in 2 weeks' time, the Great American Bash is going to be running throughout the United States from coast to coast, and I will be defending the World Heavyweight title night in and night out. But more importantly than that, I want everyone in the Sunshine State to know that we'll be making stops in Miami. We'll be making stops in Orlando. We'll be making stops in Jacksonville and all points in between, because the NWA and the Great American Bash is as American as apple pie, baby. When you pay your money for the Great American Bash, you're going to find out why I am the #1 man and I am the world champion.
All right, fans, the Great American Bash coming, and it'll hit the state of Florida. All right, fans, it is time for the main event of the evening. We've been waiting for some time now, and I still can't believe how we got here, but we are here. Kendall Windham, perhaps falling under the guise of Kevin Sullivan and his suggestive powers, decided that he wanted to go after his big brother Barry Windham in the Florida Heavyweight Championship. And that is why we are here tonight, but it's not a question of why we're here and who's wrestling who. It's how we got here.
Well, yeah, what Kendall Windham did to his brother in a recent match a few weeks ago just to earn this opportunity, and earn is a very loose interpretation of the word, but he secured the match, and that's really all he wanted to do, and he's done it.
Well, here comes the Florida Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham. You know, moments ago, we just heard from the world champion, Ric Flair, and he mentioned that Barry Windham, one of the top names in the state of Florida, and there is no exaggeration in that. As we take a look now at the challenger, weighing 218 pounds, Kendall Windham.
You know, he's the younger brother. He's the smaller one, and the sibling rivalry, of course, will always exist almost every time. But this thing really got out of control, I believe, and it didn't have to.
Of course, his brother is the reigning Florida Heavyweight Champion. Will he be when it's over? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. We heard Mr. Sullivan earlier in the week discussing this very match as he likened it to Cain and Abel.
Well, leave it to Sullivan to be, you know, making things biblical, but I still wonder how much this comes down to him putting ideas in people's heads that probably weren't there. Or maybe if it was there, he stirred it up in a way it didn't have to be done, because, again, Kendall Windham could have simply asked his brother for a title match and he'd have gotten it.
All right, bell sounds, and this is the main event. Brother versus brother for the championship. Barry Windham now across the middle rope as Kendall Windham putting the boots into him. We understand Blackjack Mulligan has been transported to the local medical facility here for evaluation as a result of the severe injuries he sustained. Therefore, he is not watching this, and that's probably thankful. Now Barry Windham going to work on the arm of his brother. Irish whip back out front, and there's a spine buster.
Oh, tremendous spine buster right there by Barry Windham, and Windham is the champion for a reason. Kendall Windham has had opportunities. He's come close. He almost had the Bahams title at one point in time.
Barry Windham with that nice leg clothesline down across the throat. And Windham, Kendall Windham, is now struggling to get back to his feet. Barry's going to help him up. Butterfly DDT by Kendall Windham.
Oh, wow, he really stunned Barry Windham with that one. Barry is absolutely... he doesn't know where it's at, and here comes a steel chair.
Barry Windham intercepting his brother before he can use the steel chair. Hard to believe it's broken down to this level. And again, he stands him up with a devastating uppercut, follows it up with some big right hands. We are going to have a winner here tonight, I assure you. Barry Windham hooks the leg and gets a 1 count only.
Well, Kendall Windham wanted this match. Now he's got it. He's going to have to settle for whatever comes his way.
And now Kendall Windham again fighting his way back. He caught him with that big knee right to the head. Barry's in trouble. And here's the Bulldog.
I thought he was going to do it to him on the steel chair, and he almost did.
Deep arm drag now by Barry Windham, taking Kendall across the ring. And I'll tell you right now, little brother definitely showing up well for himself in this match. And there's a big left hand, or right hand, I beg your pardon, and that sends Barry Windham down to the floor. The champion is in trouble.
And now the challenger, look at this, running across, but he missed with that clothesline, runs right into the back elbow. And there's the claw hold.
What a move right there by Barry Windham. They may be brothers, but tonight they are absolutely tearing into one another. As Barry Windham driving that elbow point first right into the throat of his brother. And there's the big DDT.
That could be all she wrote right there. Kendall Windham's shoulders are down. Will he stay down?
It is over. Well, fans, we've seen it all here tonight. As we look back on moments from this one, we want to remind everyone to please join us at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Twitch channel. The address is down below on the scroll going across your screen as we join the WWE2K18 press conference live. And there is your Florida Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham. The Great American Bash kicking off right here on The Nation, July 4th. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, for Buddy Colt, this is Gordon Soley saying so long and good night.